Hey, what's up, guys? This is Tyler here, and as you can tell by the title of this video, um, today I'm going to be making a video about my whole coming out experience. Um, and to be honest with you guys, I really never thought I was going to make a video uh, about my coming out. I guess I really didn't see a need to, nor did I really want to. Uh, I think I was just at a point where I wasn't, I guess, mature enough to kind of see the importance of everything. But a little bit older now, and to be honest, one of the reasons I want to make this video is from seeing the new movie Love, Simon. Which, on a side note, if you guys haven't seen that movie before, it's definitely a 10 out of 10. Loved it. It was super good. I think it's got a really strong message. Really good themes throughout the whole movie. Great writing. Really good actor. I've actually seen it twice now, and I would see it a bunch more times. I truly think it's that good, and I think it's a movie that I really think everyone should see it. Not only for gay people, but for just everyone in general. I think it's really got a good message to it, and it's one of those feel good. You leave the movie and you just feel good, and like I said, I love it. I could ramble on about it for a long time, but I'm not going to bore everyone. So I'll go ahead and get started with the video here. But going back onto the Love, Simon, really one of the things that sparked me to want to make this video was I really think I connected and saw myself in the main character Simon a lot. He's this closeted gay kid in high school. No one knows except for obviously himself, and he really doesn't know how to feel about it or what to do with it. He's not ashamed of who he is, and he obviously embraces it, but he's afraid of telling people, even though deep down he knows that they'll still love him and accept him for who he is. But there's always that certain level of healthy uncertainty that we don't know how things are going to be after you reveal something about yourself. Either it's going to be really good, which in this case it was, or it could go really bad. And that level of uncertainty is kind of what drives us to do the things that we do. But I don't want to give too much of the movie away. Really, I just saw myself in Simon a lot, and it's kind of one of the reasons I wanted to make this video. Not only because I felt the connection, but I figured maybe this video could help a lot of people out. And kind of showing or sharing my experience might maybe give some people the courage to come out, or just kind of give them the insight that things are good after you do it. That's not always the case, but for the most part I think it takes a load off your shoulders, and you can breathe freely and be yourself. So to get started, I don't want to share the coming out part yet. I kind of want to share a little bit of my experience, like in high school, and why I didn't come out in high school, and then obviously once I got to college, and did eventually tell everyone. So this might be a longer video. I didn't write a script or anything for this video. I don't like writing scripts when things come from the heart. I think it's best to just say things as they come to your mind, and when it's something that's an emotional topic like this, I think it's best to just let your emotions go through and kind of speak for themselves, instead of having something that's written down and have it being a professional manner. I'd rather just kind of sit and chat, kind of like if I was talking to someone. So that's going to be the kind of basis of the video. So if it is a longer video, please bear with me. I think that it's a really good story, and I think everyone will enjoy it. So try to watch the whole thing if you can. If not, though, then you can obviously skip to certain parts. But to get started, I guess I'll start with when did I know I was gay, and I think, I think going back to like elementary school, I remember thinking that certain guys were cute, and kind of had like little crushes on them. Not obviously to the extent of as you get older, but you might think, oh, someone looks good, and oh, he's kind of cute. And I remember thinking that back in elementary school, and then you're at such a young age where that doesn't really resonate anything towards you. It doesn't mean anything. You just think that you think someone looks good. You don't know. I didn't know what gay was when I was in elementary school. So, but as I got older, obviously still had the same feelings. In middle school, I thought certain guys were cute, and obviously had developed crushes on them and everything. And then, obviously still had those same feelings in high school. But once you get to that age, like high school, or excuse me, middle school and high school, I obviously knew what gay meant at that time, and I think I had waited a little while, or I trying to think of how to word it. I knew I was attracted to guys, but I wanted to make sure that was the only case. So what I did was I tried to imagine myself when I was like marrying a woman, or starting a family with a woman, dating a woman, and I just couldn't see it. And I think it's at that point that I realized that I was obviously only attracted to guys and could only see myself being in a romantic relationship with other guys. And I think that was an important kind of self-acceptance and self-awareness that I had, because I think one of the first steps to kind of dealing with sexuality, but as you get older and start to develop your personality and who you are, it's important to have kind of those milestones where you know exactly what you want, and who you like and everything. And so for me, admitting that I was gay at in the middle school time frame, I think that was a very important step just for my own self. Obviously I hadn't told anyone, but it was very important, and I think a good indication that I wasn't ashamed of it, and I had accepted it, and it's something that I was proud of it. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that I had thought was bad about it. And then came to high school, and I went to a private high school. So I went to a little backstory. I went to public school up into high school. So in high school, I went to an all boys Catholic, Jesuit high school, and I so obviously, when I went there, I didn't know anyone. So all of my friends had gone to the public high schools here, and I believe I was actually the only kid from my middle school that went to the private high school from 8th grade to 9th grade. And so I was, really nervous going to school. I didn't have any friends that were going there. Luckily they did a lot of stuff, and I was very fortunate where at the school they did different programs that helped you get acquainted with the school. They actually had a senior that was kind of assigned to a few different freshmen. They called it the Big Brother program. And so you kind of knew where your classes were at. You kind of knew the general vibe of the school. Also made some friends doing that. For sports, I did cross country, which I don't know why. I was terrible at it. I hated running, but I did it primarily to meet new friends. And obviously not knowing anyone, you got to do something to meet friends. So did cross country, went to the football games, basketball games, all of that, talked to kids in class, and ended up making my best friends in high school, which I am still best friends with them today, which I'm very fortunate to have. But being in high school, you're at a certain age where you're you're kind of in between being a kid, because I would still say that I was a kid in high school, and most people in high school are still kids. So you're kind of in this weird limbo, or kind of this point in your life where you're transitioning from, you know, a kid to a young adult, and then before you know it, you're just an adult. You know, you got to pay bills, and you're living on your own, and you get your first job, and everything moves very fast. And it's a very influential and big milestone in your development. And it was, I guess, looking back at it. So looking back at everything now, from where I am today, I think I could have came out in high school and not had a problem. I think everyone would have been very accepting of it. And obviously everyone is, because everyone that knows me from high school seems to be very happy for me, and they've accepted it, or they've, you know, they're not. I don't think I've had anyone that's been like, oh my God, he's gay, blah, blah, blah. You know, everyone's been very, very nice about everything. And of course, everyone's like, oh, I had no idea. And it's like, well, I must have done a good job hiding it. But yeah, looking back at it now, I could have came out in high school, but, you know, being 15, you know, 15 as a freshman, and, you know, graduating high school at 18, thinking in my mind, there was a lot of different reasons why I did it, and I kind of want to get into some of the reasons why, and a lot of them had to deal with it being, you know, an all-boys high school was a big reason why I didn't. It was a religious high school, which you know, looking back at it now, I don't think that would have been a big deal at all. But, you know, obviously when you're 15, you don't necessarily think rationally all the time. It's kind of all, you know, instinctive. So, you know, being an all boys high school, being, you know, a Catholic or a Jesuit high school, and then not knowing anyone as well was a big thing. So I just wanted to, I guess, kind of fit in. So I didn't want to I didn't want to conform to anything. You know, I still wanted to be me and have my own personality, but I didn't want to start off right off the bat being like, oh, it's the gay kid, you know. And then obviously as the years went by, it was kind of to the point where I was afraid to come out later in high